What's up, ECC Spartans? My name is Vinny Cassio, and I'm one of your wellness professionals. We are so excited to bring back our Wellness Wednesday vlog series. We are so thankful for you all watching our previous videos. We were on brief hiatus, but now we are back, and we're going to be supplying you with so much more content for the duration of summer semester at least. So get excited, I know. But we really are thankful, and we're so happy that we are able to have this platform to stay connected with all of our students. We miss you dearly. We definitely wish we could be doing these videos, or not even videos, but to have an opportunity to see each other face to face. But we will settle with our Wellness Wednesday videos for now. But with that going on behalf of Wellness Services, we do want to say that we are so incredibly proud of all of our students who are persevering and not letting this pandemic impact their academic journeys, and maintaining their focus on accomplishing their academic goals. So we're so thankful and happy that you are doing the hard work, that you are dedicated to your goals, and that you are allowing us to be a part of your academic journey at Elgin Community College. So thank you so much. And again, we are so incredibly proud of you for all the hard work that you are doing and continue to do. And keep it up. We're here, we're rooting for you, we are supporting you. So with that being said, again, we're back in full swing summer semester, and we are all trying to adjust to the best of our abilities to tapping into technology and seeing what it can really do for us, and thinking of new ways and creative ways to stay connected. And it's incredible, but we do understand that there's a lot going on within our country. The stress and anxiety that we are all feeling from the impact of COVID-19 on us, as well as the eruption of consciousness in regards to the awareness of racism and the things that we are watching with the Black Lives Matter movement, which is remarkable. It has us asking a lot of questions. It has us checking our privileges and having tough conversations with friends and family. And I want to say that I'm super proud of you if you are doing that, if you are taking this time to really reflect and think about how we as individuals, how we as a community are is impacting our world. Are we doing it in a positive way? Are we not? What can we change? What can we do better? How can we advance our understanding, our knowledge, our compassion? There's so many wonderful things that I really hope that each and every one of us is taking the opportunity to do, and to really deeply reflect, but don't stay in the reflecting stage. I want to also encourage you to take action and be proactive and participate in this movement to better our country, to better our system, and to become better human beings, right? I mean, that is one of the ultimate goals here for all of us, and I really hope that you are taking the opportunity to do that. With that, I also hope that let me say this, I understand that there's a lot going on, and it's a lot to process. And sometimes we don't always have the opportunity to bounce these ideas or have these discussions with people that we can trust, right? And so with that, I want to encourage you to reach out to Wellness Services, because we are here for you to not only support you, but also help you process everything that is going on in your life. And that doesn't just mean your own personal things. It also includes things that are going on within our society. So before I dive into the video that I have planned for today, I want to encourage students to reach out and schedule an appointment with us. Students can easily contact our number. It is 847-214-7390. So students, you can go ahead and contact that number, leave a voicemail, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. If you have an idea of who you want to work with, a wellness professional, by all means, go ahead and email us directly. We check our email, we check our voicemail religiously, almost every hour, just to make sure that we are getting back to our students as soon as possible. Another opportunity for you to get in touch with us is through our main email address, which is studentswellness@elgin.edu. Students can contact that email address too. Again, it's being checked constantly, so we make sure that students are getting their questions answered or getting scheduled into an appointment with us. It is free, it is confidential. We all four of us are licensed culturally responsive therapists, wellness professionals. So you can go ahead and contact us and schedule an appointment, because we understand, again, a lot is going on right now, and sometimes it's overwhelming, and it's important that you take that time to take a break. Take a break from social media, take a break from the news, take a break from the conversation, re-energize, and then go forward. All right, so just so you know that's what we're here for. On top of that, it is the month of June. And you know what that means? You may see a little thing back there. It is, I don't know where my flag is, by the way, I'm gonna have to get that. It might be back in my office, but I have my rainbow bag in the back, because June month is Pride Month. That's right, June month is Pride Month. And if you don't know what that means, I'm gonna take a minute to really explain the significance of Pride Month, but also encourage some really cool things that you can do to celebrate Pride Month, even during a pandemic. Yes, there's still ways that we can celebrate Pride Month, not have to break social distancing rules and quarantine rules and all that good stuff. So with that, I'm going to dive right in. So June month is Pride Month, and it's Pride Month because it celebrates and honors the history of the Stonewall riots that occurred on June 28th, 1969. At that time, or around that time, it was very common for police to raid bars, social gatherings, or just arrest individuals who were deemed deviants in society. And our community, the LGBTQ community, was considered deviants of society. We were deviant because we didn't practice heteronormative norms or behaviors. And what does that mean again? Basically, that means if you weren't following those heteronormative rules, if you were dressing in ways that broke those gender stereotype or gender specific attire, individuals would automatically be arrested and outed and beaten at times. And so the night of June 28, 1969, the Stone Riots occurred. It was another routine of police entering the bar and raiding the bars and arresting all LGBTQ identifying folks. And trans women of color had enough, and they fought back. And they fought back against police brutality. And it is that night that is often considered the catalyst for the LGBTQ civil rights movement. And so to honor that, historically our community has really honed in on the month of June being the kickoff or the honorable month to really acknowledge that. But also, June Pride Month celebrates the LGBTQ plus community and their great achievements. And before I dive into that, I do want to break it down and help you understand what LGBTQ means. So L stands for lesbian, G stands for gay, B stands for bisexual, T for transgender, and Q can go for questioning or queer communities. And the plus sign also kind of adds the it's an acting way of an umbrella term for housing all the gender and sexual orientation identities within the community. So that when I say LGBTQ, now you understand what I'm referring to. But because of this, again, Pride Month is significant because it symbolizes a huge change that has taken place over the past couple of decades. And although there are still injustice and prejudices within our society, within our country, we as a community have made, and as a country, have made great strides since the Stonewall riots of 1969. Now, what does that look like? Well, we've successfully obtained marriage equality. We've dismantled the don't ask, don't tell policy, which allows open LGBTQ members to serve in the military. There are some things going on with that still to this day, but in the meantime, that is going on. We've also, this week as well, the Supreme Court ruling that all LGBTQ community members are protected federally from being fired and or discriminated solely based on your sexual orientation and or gender identity. So before then, there was this age-old notion or saying that you can get married on a Sunday and fired on a Monday. Well, that was very real, and I believe over 20, 25, 26 states still had that legislation that allowed that to happen. And with the Supreme Court case ruling this week, all of that is gone. We are federally protected. Our community is safe in that regard. Now, again, there's still plenty more progress that we need to make happen. However, this month is about celebrating the wins. And that right there is a huge win for our community. And I'm so incredibly happy for that. But with that, again, if it wasn't for that night in June and our trans women of color community, I don't know when our movement would have occurred. But to many, that is considered a catalyst of the LGBTQ civil rights movement. And we borrowed a lot from the actual civil rights movement, tactics and strategies. And, I'm sure you're seeing echoes of that today with what's going on with Black Lives Matter. But again, that is the significance of this month and why we celebrate it and why it's important that we take the opportunity to celebrate it and honor our history and honor all of our accomplishments as a community and really march forward towards progress, even furthering that progress, because it is important that we dismantle systems that discriminate and against our community, against our peers, everyone. And so that's why, again, the significance of Pride Month is so important. That's why I have my little bag. I don't know, again, where my flag is, but at least I have my bag. With that, so a little bit of the history I told you a little bit about. I'm not going to go deep into it because that's one of the action items I want you to do. I know I'm assigning homework, but that's just one of the things that I love to do is homework. I'm a little nerd. I'm a bit of a nerd that way. But let's talk about some ways that we can celebrate Pride even during a pandemic. I know, crazy, right? Let me start off with this. If you are an ally to our community, I want to encourage you to do this today. I want you to tell your LGBTQ friends, family, peers, coworkers, etc. Let them know that you support them. Let them know that you're going to advocate with them, that you take your ally label seriously, and that you are going to stay in the know of what's going on politically, what's going on policy-wise that negatively impact our community, and that you want to help advocate to better it. Those are the things that allies, those are the responsibilities that come with having that ally title. So please learn about what's going on in our country and how you can positively impact society in a way of advocating for reforms, for policy reform that can, again, positively impact our LGBTQ community. If you are a LGBTQ member as well, that's something that you can do. Become an ally to your own community, but also become an ally to yourself. Really show yourself some compassion. Really show yourself some love, unconditional love, because coming out to friends and family is a very important and difficult thing. And I want to encourage you to only do it when you are ready. Don't do it because someone is pressuring you. Don't do it because maybe it's expected of you to do. No, you do it when you are comfortable. And if you need help finding that comfort level within yourself or coming to terms with your sexual orientation and or gender identity, I really encourage you to reach out to a culturally responsive therapist to kind of talk it out and learn and understand what that looks like and how that could feel for you. Again, wellness professionals, we are here to do that with you as well if that is something that you would like to talk to us about. But that's something that I want you to do, but also finding affirming spaces if you are out already. And I know that's hard during a pandemic. However, it is not impossible. There are opportunities out there, and it may take some digging around. However, they are out there. And I say this because I have my own, I found my own affirming spaces as well online, whether that's an online group through Facebook or an local organization that meets virtually that you can partake in and participate with. For example, there's the Elgin's LGBTQ group that is locally and actually comprised of ECC alum. And that's something that I would encourage you, because they were in the middle of really getting the Pride parade going in Elgin, and they successfully got it approved, but due to the pandemic, they've had to, like most cities, or all the cities, cancel their Pride parade celebrations physically in person. But they are doing wonderful things. They're doing, movie nights and book clubs and virtual meetings and, roundtable discussions. So those are things that I would encourage you to take part in and be an active participant in. Those are really cool. In regards to learning more about our history, and I say this from my own personal experience. It wasn't until I hit college that I really learned more about my community and more about my history and how, there's so many great LGBTQ leaders that have positively impacted our world, and we're not exposed to it often, which is unfortunate. But this is now the opportunity for you to read up on those individuals, to read up on LGBTQ history. If you check out our ECC library, they have a list of book recommendations that you can check out. Even your local libraries have them. Checking out LGBTQ genre movies is another great opportunity to learn about the culture and community. You can find those on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, really any type of streaming movie service that is out there. You can go ahead and get involved with that and check out. Have a movie night, have some friends over, or socially distanced, virtually, watch those together. So that way you can experience and learn more about the community and the culture. One of my favorite personal movies is called The Normal Heart. Now, it's not it's not an uplift. Well, no, I don't want to say that. It is an uplifting movie because it does truly and accurately depict how the HIV/AIDS epidemic was treated back in the early 80s. And so it depicts how the gay community was impacted by HIV/AIDS. And it's uplifting in a way because of how much progress that has come since then. However, again, it is a tearjerker, so I do tread lightly with that movie. Another good movie is Love, Simon. I mean, that's a fun, cute little movie that depicts a teenager's coming out process and finding love in high school. But I'm a Cheerleader is a funny movie. There's so many wonderful. Boys Don't Cry is a great movie that was done back in the 90s. So there's so many really good LGBTQ genre representation in movies and flicks. So please, by all means, check them out. That's another great way to celebrate Pride Month. One more thing. Well, I don't want to say one more thing. Another thing could be if you have the financial means to donate to LGBTQ initiatives, whether that's the Trevor Project, the Human Rights Campaign, even the Black Lives Matter campaign. That is another great organization too. They're really starting to highlight more of Black trans lives. And I say that because unfortunately our trans women of color community has been significantly impacted by discrimination and violence. And this is something as a community that we want to put more attention to. So funding initiatives that not only put attention to and awareness to it, but also are seeking policy reform and justice for those that we've lost within that community is a great way to celebrate Pride, especially in this month and this year. Creating inclusive spaces. Now, I know some of y'all have participated in our ECC Safe Zone training, and I'm so happy that you have. Eventually, we're going to bring those back again. We're trying to figure out a way to really transform that in an online format so we can reach bigger audiences and kind of adhere to the social distancing rules again. It's a little bit difficult, so we're going to adjust that soon. As soon as we have that up and running, everyone can participate in that. And Safe Zone training is a training that really talks a lot about LGBTQ terminology, history, and how to create inclusive spaces. So having a rainbow flag, having a transgender flag, having signage that is LGBTQ inclusive is a way to create an inclusive space for your classroom, your office, your home, your gym, anywhere. Having ally signs, having literature and examples of LGBTQ diverse images around the area to really showcase that you are inclusive, that you are aware, and that you are an ally. It's a great way to start. Also vote. And I know that sounds cliche, but it's really true. You got to start voting voting locally and federally for leadership that promotes a positive platform for the LGBTQ community. Staying vigilant and being aware politically, I know it can be overwhelming, but it's something that's really important and that we all need to take seriously to really make sure that we are electing leaders that provide a safe, enhanced, growing space for all of us, in particular our community. Another thing is, another way that you can do this is a lot of cities, maybe not all, but most cities, if not yours, surrounding cities, have planned virtual events to celebrate Pride Month. And I say this because, for example, working with Equality Illinois, they are a nonprofit organization that strictly provides advocacy and policy reform in the state of Illinois that better promotes our community. And they have a whole list of events going on virtually that everybody can participate in. So I encourage you to check that out. And again, another way is, learning and being active and asking questions and getting educated about the LGBTQ community is a great way to celebrate our month and take pride in it. So it's exciting, and I'm very excited. I don't want to take up any more of your time. I'm so thankful for you checking out our video and learning how you can celebrate Pride Month and become a better ally. If you have any more questions, feel free to reach out to me. You can find my contact information through ECC. Again, contact us 847-214-7390 or email us directly at studentwellness@elgin.edu. So with that, I'm going to let you go, and I hope you are enjoying your Pride Month. I hope you all are healthy and well. I look forward to the day that we can see each other face to face. And again, stay safe. Keep going. Students, you guys are doing amazing. Stick to your goals. Keep persevering. If you need help, reach out to us. But other than that, happy Pride Month. Love wins. It's an incredible week, and I wish you all the best. Thank you and take care, and happy Wellness Wednesday.